Let's grab a drink.
Can you hear my fan, by the way?
No.
Right, hello everybody. We will get Kyle in a moment. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube, but because Keaton's on his phone, he can't check one of them. So if anyone wants to comment, please do it through YouTube because we'll be checking that one. So we'll get Kyle in just a minute. If I sound fucked, I apologise. I've just finished work. So, you know, me and Kyle will have that in common at least. So I'll got YouTube up. Right. Are you able to send the link over to him or?
Yeah, I'll send it over to him now. I don't know if the screen will go off, but it'll still be there.
If Keaton disappears, be thankful.
Bastard.
In my defense, I'd say the same if it was me disappearing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Right.
Screen didn't go off either, by the way.
Okay. Just got a close up instead then.
Yeah. I'd say you could look at Twitch while you're on it, but then you won't really know how you look on the. I mean, you would because you'd be watching it, but it'd be awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Need to change this because there's James Quinn. That's just disgusting. Not that I don't like my name and that, but like, you know.
You don't have to be so formal about it.
Exactly, yeah. Not going to be introducing. Hi, yes, this is Fitness Necessary, hosted by Kieran Devine and James Quinn. No.
You're recording this one, aren't you?
Oh shit, yeah. Might as well start it now. So yeah, we're just still waiting for Kyle to jump in. So Kyle, while we're waiting for him, fights out to HAMMA North Wales, and we're speaking to him ahead of his fight on July 24th, day after UFC London. So there'll be a lot of hype just in general about MMA at the time. Yeah, so he's fighting at Almighty 27 on July 24th. And also we will be back with you tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah.
That's right. You wonderful people get to wake up to our ugly bastard faces.
What a treat.
Yeah, so we'll be speaking to Carl the Bomber Booth tomorrow. So that should be fun. So here is Kyle Jones.
Yeah. Let's go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, mate.
It is.
Hello. All right, boys.
You okay?
I'm all right. You?
Yeah, not long finished work like yourself, so
Yeah.
Bit burnt out, like, but hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Kyle.
Thanks
We've
for
just
having me.
been talking a little bit about you before you come on here, so not bad, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll jump straight into it, and so we were just saying July 24th, Almighty 27, you fight Ryan Thomas.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to look at him much and watch some of his fights? What's he like as an opponent, do you think?
I've looked at his last one. I looked at his one where he fought Jamie Roper and he got armbarred, and I think in like the third round. He's an out and out wrestler. Like he comes out, touches gloves, and then just dives straight for the legs. So I kind of know roughly what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna come and try and take me down from the word go. So, but we're prepared for that, and I want to make a statement because in the last fight with Curtis, I think he's seen that, and I think people have seen that, and they thought, oh, I'll just take him down and sub him easy. But like I want to make a statement in this fight that it's not that easy. Like it's not as easy as just taking me down.
Yeah.
And like for me, it feels like there's going to be a finish in this fight, though, because obviously you've both finished 4 fights, and the mad thing is yours are KOs and TKOs, and his are submissions. Obviously, with being the wrestler. With that in mind, how do you see it playing out then?
I'm not sure. Like I just want to do what I'm best at. Like I want to go out there and I want to I feel like I'm better than him everywhere. Like I haven't had an opportunity to show like my all-round game because obviously in my last fight, like Curtis just executed his game plan perfectly, and like I didn't get a chance to show my skills, but like I can wrestle, I can grapple. Like Curtis was just better than me on the night, so I feel like I'm better than him everywhere, and like wherever the fight goes, like I'm comfortable to if he manages to take me down, like I feel like I could sub him, and I don't feel like he's going to be able to take me down, and I feel like I'm going to be the better striker on the feet. So I just want to dominate everywhere. Like I'm not like thinking, oh, I'm going to knock him out in this round or that round, or I'm going to choke him in this round or that round. I'm just like, as soon as the bell goes, I want to dominate. And if I finish him, I finish him. If I don't, I don't. I just go in bell to bell, like domination. That's what I want.
Has he got in the fights that you've seen of his? Has he got anything you think he might like try and throw a bit of a spanner in the works, try and surprise you at all?
It's hard to say because like he fought Jamie Roper, and Jamie Roper's a tough lad. Like he's a good tough lad, but like from his wins, it's hard to take a lot away from his wins because he hasn't fought anyone like that great. Like if his 4 wins, if you compare them, if you add all of their records together, it's not great. And like he's usually gone out there pretty quickly in his 4 wins and finished the fight pretty quickly. So it's hard to take anything away from like watching all of his fights because like he has gone out there like and subbed him in like the first round. Like he shot a double leg, took him down and subbed him in the first round. So it's like I don't really know. I've probably not seen his whole skill set either.
You mentioned the fight with Roper there and that he got finished in the second round. Do you think, I don't know if you're able to see from that, but it's unlike maybe his gas tank might be in question if that was the case?
I think he did start tiring. He definitely started to tire, and he was like just the way he came out, like he seemed like he was a bit of like a deer in headlights. Like he came out like fast. So like I'm expecting him to come out fast again, and like I think that's maybe he's learned from the Jamie Roper fight because he did get tired because he came out at such a high pace that he probably couldn't keep up. But I feel like he's probably going to do that again the same. Like I think he's gonna be trying to take me down from the word go and see if he's learned from his mistakes to be a bit more composed or not. But I don't know. I'm ready for anything. Like if he wants to wrestle for the whole fight, then I'll be ready for that.
Yeah. So in your last fight, you mentioned a moment ago you fought Curtis Campbell, obviously now 5-time champ. What was it like getting in there with him? Like obviously he's just like skyrocketing at the moment. What was he like as an opponent?
It was a good experience in all. Like it annoys me that I didn't get to go longer. Like because I'd had 2.5 years layoff, and like they knew that as well. And like they said to us after, there's like their plan was to like get me fast because like I was just getting through the gears and that, and then he came out. They just did their game plan like perfectly, and like he Curtis is fast, and like he's not just fast, like he's quite accurate as well. Like he landed a leg kick on me, and like it wasn't a heavy leg kick, like it didn't hit my leg and my leg go like dead. He hit like a nerve on my knee, like clean on my knee, and it sent like a shock through my leg, which was weird. Like I'd never had that before. And yeah, he's just calm and composed in there as well. Like, and I think that's like probably the first person that I've fought where like one mistake and it's done. Like it's over. Like I tried to turn to my side to get my back to the cage, and I exposed my back for like a little bit, and it was just like boom, choke, done. And like that's what it's like in when you start fighting at them, but at the higher levels, like one mistake and it's over. So like
that's it.
Yeah, I got punished.
But like you said, I mean, no one can knock you for that. 2.5 years out, you won't get many people after 2.5 years out wanting to go against arguably the top amateur in the country right now. And you've just gone, yeah, let's do it. I'm not asked. So I seen your post. You put it on Instagram. You said after it's zero fucks given. Like I love that attitude. It's perfect. And while you're still at amateur, everyone always says it's just about getting that experience. And I suppose you can't really get much better experience than fighting someone as of the level of Curtis.
Exactly.
And I think it says a lot about you as well. If their game plan has to be to get you out of there early, that proves that despite the 2.5 years out, they know that the longer that fight went on, the more obviously chance you would have had. So I think it says a lot about you as well at the same time.
Yeah, like I'd had the layoff and stuff like that, which is not really an excuse, because if it was that big of an excuse, I wouldn't have took the fight. Like I was confident I could go in there and win, but like you say, like they knew to try and get me out of there early, because say that the longer it goes on, like I hit very hard for a lightweight, and like the longer it goes on, and like I can keep that going for the whole fight. Like I don't like I'm not like one round of like maximum power and then I'm never gonna do you. Like I could finish in the third or the fourth. Like so, like the longer someone's in there with me, the more chance they have of me just landing that one shot, and then the whole fight is different from there. So like they know to just start. They knew they executed it perfectly. Like hats off to them. They just did like the perfect plan, and they executed, and Curtis executed it like flawlessly as well.
Yeah.
Oh, with that, Quinny had like a little nickname for you, didn't you?
Yeah. I was just saying your nickname because I seen you hadn't got one. With the zero fucks given, it should just be Mr. ZFG.
Mr. ZFG. I'll take that. That's a good one. That.
But no, that's why I picked up on. I was looking at the post earlier again, as I say, and it was just that bit that stuck out to me. Zero fucks given, and it's just the absolute perfect mindset to have when you're getting in and doing what you're doing.
Everyone's like, well, like I say, like I had 2.5 years out, and it was just like Ray said to me, "Do I want to fight Curtis Campbell?" And it's like, yeah, like it was either Teddy Stringer or Curtis Campbell. So I was like, both of them excite me, and like loads of people are all like, people who are active are all like getting matched with Curtis, and they're all like, oh no, not the right fight for me, not the right fight for me, and they're all shitting themselves when it comes to certain people, and it's like, why? Like if you're a fighter, just fucking fight. Like don't, like they're all pick and choosing like who they want to fight and stuff. Like it's just be a fighter. Like stop trying to pad records. Like fight the best people.
That's it.
Yeah. Obviously with that you didn't get the win, but for yourself, obviously everyone says like losing's like one of the best things that can happen for you because it builds you up. So what has that loss done for your progression as a fighter?
I think I've just learned a lot. I learned a lot about like my camp. Like there was like, because we were on like we were on a roll with my fighting career, and like we were doing like the same stuff, and we were just, I kind of guess we were just getting away with it really, like because we were just winning. But then like the losses like made us like all, like me and RC and Harry, like step back and be like, all right, what could we do better to improve like the whole thing, like everything. So like, because if it's always plain sailing, you're never really gonna like look to like refine things in your training because you're like, oh well, it's working. And then the minute it doesn't work, that's when you're like, oh right, we need to, maybe we should change this, and maybe we should change that, and we have done. And like, yeah, like, and I think feeling that pain as well, like, sets like a fire in you as well. Like, I don't want to feel that again. Like, it was shit. Like, it was horrible, and like, just everything, my training, everything has just had like that little bit more fire in me, because like I was devastated after that. But like say, it's just set that like fire in me now, because I don't want to feel that again, and I want to get back to that title. Like, that's what I want. I want to get to that title, and then we start thinking of turning pro. But like, the title is what I want.
Yeah.
So I mean, despite the result, it must have felt amazing to be back in action after 2.5 years out.
Yeah, it was good. Just the whole experience of like warming up and like making the walk and like getting in there. Like, that's another reason why I was annoyed that I didn't get to go longer, because like I was just happy to be in there. Like, I was happy to just be in there, like moving around. And like, aside from the mistake which cost me the fight, like I felt very comfortable in there. Like, I felt like calm and composed, and even with like all of Curtis's like friends and fans and family or whatever, and everyone was going fucking mental, and like I was just like calm and composed. And like, I feel like that's going to be a telltale point in this next fight, because like I say, in Ryan's last fight, he did come out fast, and probably a bit too fast, and he gassed, because I think he didn't have great composure. Whereas I think like I am very composed and like calm, and I think he's not going to be like that. We might see him get tired again. I don't know. We'll find out.
So at that point then, Quinn, do we have anyone tinging in? Any
No,
questions?
not yet, unless me things like paused or something. But no, nothing I can say at the minute, sadly.
Okay then. So you mentioned him before. Obviously, Azzy Thomas, he is, of course, your head coach. How much has he influenced your career?
He's taught me everything that I know. Like, literally, like everything. Like, I used to compete as a weightlifter. Like, that was like my thing before. I played football when I was younger as well, and I went to weightlifting because I just got sick of team sport. And then I just wanted to mix up my training, so I went from weightlifting straight to Azzy, and like just did a little bit of boxing, and then I did a little bit of grappling, and then like just caught the bug, and then about 4 months later I had my first fight. So like, everything that I know, everything that I can do is all from everything that he's taught me. Like, I've not really bounced between any gyms like ever. Like, so he's been massively influential, and just the way that he leads as well. But like, in terms of my mentality of like, oh, no one wants to fight Curtis, but fucking I'll fight him, because I'll fight anyone. And Azzy's the same. Like, Azzy's 43, and on the weekend he just fought a 26-year-old from Next Gen who was finishing everyone, and he couldn't finish Azzy, because Azzy's the same mentality. He's like, I want to fight the best people. Like, and that's the mentality that he gives to all of us, like me, Azzy, and Harry, and all the other lads. Like, just fight the best people, because you're only going to get better.
That's
Yeah. And have you went back to weightlifting since starting your MMA career, or has MMA just took over now?
MMA's just took over massively. My weightlifting helps a lot, because for the Curtis fight, like, I actually got like a proper strength and conditioning program, and I've got a strength and conditioning sponsor now at V2 Fitness. And but because like I did weightlifting for so long, like my technique and everything is like good, and I'm already got like a good base strength. So like, we're building like stronger and stronger and stronger. So like, there is a bit of weightlifting still in there, but like I don't compete, and I wouldn't bother competing no more. It's just like I chase like the excitement and like the adrenaline and the carnage, and like weightlifting just wouldn't give that to me now that I've been in the cage 6 times. Like, weightlifting be boring now.
You found a new love.
Yeah, definitely.
So you mentioned one or two of the other guys from the from the gym there. But who are some of your teammates that people should be watching out for in the coming months and next year or two out of HAMMA North Wales?
Harry Kenworthy, definitely. Harry's just like he's so tough and like durable, and he just, no matter what happens in any of his fights, like it's literally just like it doesn't affect him. Like he lost to Joe Fields, like he's another one, like he will fight anyone. Like you say to Harry, "Oh Harry, we got you a match against fucking King Kong," he'll be like, "Yeah, right, what date is it?" Like that's, he'll just turn up and fight. Like he had a great fight last time, which I thought he won. He fought Dan Farrell from Aspire, and like Harry split his head open. I don't know how he split his head open, but like, and then Harry was just like a savage, and like he looked great in there. Like the judges edged it to Dan Farrell, like just about gave it to Dan because Dan had a bit more cage control, like holding him down and stuff like that. But I thought Harry won. But yeah, Harry's definitely one to look out for. He was supposed to do the Four Nations for Team Wales, but he had to pull out because of like family reasons. And another lad that we've got, he's knocking on the door of Almighty title. Like if he lost his last fight, but like if he won that, then he was probably going to fight for the title next. And that's Ayub Dahesh. I don't know if you've seen Ayub. In his last one before he fought Luke Burns, he fought George Young, and everyone was like ranting and raving about George Young and how he's great and all this. And Ayub like put on like one of the most dominating performances like I've ever seen. So like he's definitely one to watch as well. And we just got a couple of like novices that are just getting going that are on like kind of local shows around to North Wales, but they'll be on like Almighty FCC in like the next year or two. So we got some good lads coming through.
Yeah. So to sort of in a way come away from you do PT sessions alongside obviously your training and your job. How much do you enjoy that, and how good does it make you feel seeing your clients achieve the goals?
Oh, I love it. Like my main job, like that pays the majority of my bills. Like I just kind of like do the bins and stuff in the local hospital, which like is fucking shit boring. Like I don't mind it, but like actually putting my energy and like my passion for all of this sort of stuff like into other people and like seeing them do well. Like I had one lad, Sean, and like I helped him with his diet and stuff, and he used to train with me every Saturday all the way up on the build up to one of his fights, and he lost like 3 stone that he put on in lockdown, and then he looked like phenomenal, and he went out there and he had a great fight, and he didn't quite manage to win, but like he got in great shape and like he looked great, and it felt great that like I helped him get there and get to that place. It's like I'm hoping, you know, as my clientele builds, like I'll get to just do this full time. I'll get to leave the hospital. I get to put like my energy into something that I actually enjoy doing, because I don't enjoy like doing bins and that work.
Yeah, that's it. Not like if everyone could do what they wanted straight off, and no one would work like a regular job, would they? But you know, it's a get by sort of thing.
Definitely wouldn't be anyone answering the phone to BT like me.
You're missing out on all the fight shows.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So with your PT sessions, then do you incorporate like what you're doing in the gym, like in your training? Do you incorporate that into your sessions?
Yeah, so like I have quite a few, like I have a few people that aren't like really they're just interested in losing weight. So like with my like background in weightlifting and all that sort of stuff, I can deliver like weight sessions. I have a couple of people who come in for like who are in the fight team, like who come to do like some pad work and stuff like that, like beginners, because like I'm not like, you know, like an elite level professional coach. Like I couldn't have like a professional come in and like be able to pad him and show him what to do. And that's like I got a lot of like novices and stuff like that. And I do with a lot of the people who aren't really interested in fighting, I do incorporate like some like boxer size and stuff like that, just to like keep it interesting, because weights on their own can get a bit boring. So
Yeah.
like I like to keep things exciting, and it's always every single person on the planet feels better after punching stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone.
100%.
Everyone.
Even the
matter
most,
what it is.
yeah, you could have the least violent person on the planet punch something and he'd feel great.
Yeah, they do. So like that's what I like to put into my sessions. Like I do get people who have literally no interest in ever fighting, but then like I put on like the big body bag and just tell them to hit me, and then they're just laughing their head off because they just feel great after.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Yeah, they do. Some of them lace like proper try and like smash my body as well, and like they're loving it at the same time. It's like, I thought you were nice.
Yeah. I'm helping you here and you're beating the shit out of me, basically.
They enjoy, some of them enjoy it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one
sure
of them
you
in
don't
my
want to be a
sessions.
fighter?
So then, obviously, like we say, you got the fight coming up against Ryan. You mentioned you want to aim for the title before turning pro. Is that sort of your goal for the next sort of year or two at the moment? Is it?
Yeah, like I'm fully focused on Ryan, like, because he is good. Like he knows what he's doing. Like he can fight. Like if he couldn't fight, I wouldn't fight him. If I knew I was going to 100% dominate and destroy him, and there was no like, you know, like if he was a Mong, I wouldn't fight him. Like he knows what he's doing. Like he can fight. I'm fully 100% focused on him, but he is just somebody that's in my way right now, and like I want to put him out the way and like keep going forward. And I want to fight Teddy. I want to fight Teddy Stringer. Like he's another one that's like, he's like Curtis. Like he's, you know, got a good reputation. He's got the belt, which is the main thing that I care about. If he didn't have the belt, I wouldn't want the champion. And I just feel like Teddy's been avoiding me a little bit. Like, see, he hurt his hand for the last. Me and him were getting matched up, and he said that his hand was broken or something. And then as soon as me and Curtis got matched to fight, his hand isn't broken anymore, and he ends up fighting Tiernan. So like, I feel like I don't know, it could all be a big coincidence, but it felt like he ducked me there. Like he didn't want to fight me because
Little bit
we
too
fought on
convenient.
the same card. That's why there was 2 titles on that night, because Teddy was ignoring Ray when Ray was asking him about if he's going to be fit to fight, and then as soon as me and Curtis got announced, like he was fit to fight then, and then they got him to fight Tiernan. So he won't get away from me forever. I'm coming for him.
You're going to get that #1 contender spot again, and he'll have to accept, won't he?
That's it.
Yeah, he'll have to, or he'll just turn pro. And I'll get him in pros.
At least you know if you get the #1 contender spot and he does turn pro, at least you know he's ducking you.
Yeah, like it might all be a coincidence. Like he might like, after seeing me fight Curtis, he might be like, oh yeah, actually, I reckon I could probably take him down as well and get him. But like that's something we've been working on massively. Like my ground game, because like my actual wrestling takedown defense, because Curtis didn't like, he took me down, but he didn't take me down, if that makes sense. Like he didn't double leg me and get me down. Like he caught my kick and tie sweeped me, so I just went fucking flying. But in terms of like my actual takedown defense, it's very good. And like for a lot of the camp, like I didn't get taken down that much. Like I don't know if it was like the level of sparring partners or whatever. Like I didn't get taken down that much. So when I was on my butt in the first round, I was like, oh fuck, I haven't been here that often. But so yeah, like be working on my wrestling and constantly working on my wrestling to make sure that, like, because my strengths is like I can strike and I can hit very hard. So, but like obviously if people can just take me down like Curtis did, then my striking's null and ineffective. So we're working like staying on the feet and like letting my hands and my kicks go.
Yeah, working that cage control and that, you know, in case anyone tries to run into you. Yeah.
Nice. All about the, like, positioning and stuff, and like footwork, so I'm not just like, you know, easy to just shoot a double leg on.
Yeah, definitely.
All that sort of stuff.
Everyone will get a surprise when you come back, because they'll think based off that last fight that, you know what I mean? Like, but people forget you were the #1 contender. It's just what happened, happened. You know what I mean? So people
Yeah.
get surprised when you're back in there again.
Definitely. To say like when I fought Oliver, like I look back at that fight and I just know that I'm so much better than that now, and like I had so much more skills to show that I didn't even get a chance to show because like hats off to Curtis, he fucking dominated it and fucking didn't give me a chance. So like, but in this fight, people are going to see like how much better I've got because I had the 2.5 years out, but it wasn't 2.5 years of sitting on the couch. It was 2.5 years of fucking hard work. Like we were just in the gym training all the time, and like I had 7 fights cancelled because of COVID lockdown.
Jesus.
And I was set to fight Marcus Lewis like 3 times, and it kept getting cancelled because of COVID. And then I finally got matched again to fight Teddy in September. I fucking broke my rib. And then I was supposed to fight Teddy in February, and then Teddy was doing the IMAFs. So like I had loads of stuff cancelled, but like the whole time, like I was just like, except for when I broke my rib, the whole time I was just in fight camp, like learning and getting better. So like I've got so much more to show that like nobody's seen yet, and I'm just looking to show all of it in it. Like if like I would even if I finish him in the first round, then I've still got more to show. But if we have a 3-round fight, like I'm looking to dominate and show like everything that I can do, like literally everything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, those cancellations must be annoying when they happen, especially when it's reoccurring sort of thing. You know what I mean? You're like, when am I going to get in there? You know, it's like things keep popping up, and it's going to be annoying, and sometimes I imagine it would take your focus away every now and then.
Yeah, it was really frustrating, like getting ready for a fight, and then like some new fucking COVID guideline thing came along, and then we couldn't do the fights, and then like the venue pulled out, and then me and Marcus were gonna end up, Ray was gonna end up holding Almighty in a HAMMA St. Helens. He was gonna have it just in the gym behind closed doors, and then that ended up falling through as well. And yeah, it was just well annoying. And then like I think around like June or July, like I was like in phenomenal shape and I was feeling amazing. And like an accident bar and I broke my rib and I was fucking devastated. Like I could hardly even breathe. Like, and then I like, yeah, just it was just disappointment after disappointment. But like the work never stopped. And like I didn't get a chance to show my skills against Curtis, but I'm going to show all of them in this fight, 100%. Like everyone's going to be like, oh fucking hell. Like this lad Ryan, like hats off to him accepting the fight. But like what I want after this fight is for people to be like, oh shit, I don't fight him.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what I want.
oh shit, that's why he was #1 contender.
Yeah, that's what I want people to say.
Yeah.
No, that's great. So that's the main sort of part over. So obviously you've been on here before. You know, we like to have a little bit of fun towards the end. It's not as bad as last time, so don't worry. Don't start panicking. Last time was a bit
Definitely not as bad as last time.
This is a bit more fun.
Okay.
So I'll let Kieran say what it is, seeing as though this little segment was his brainchild.
So this is called Music to My Ears. So basically it's several questions, it's all music based, just to get to know you a bit more, sort of away from MMA and whatnot. So
just gonna say that looks so mad when I was watching. I've just seen it do back then, and it looks so weird on there because I can't hear it as well. Just you going.
I'll have to like go into like edit mode and have like words.
I know, yeah.
Or something.
I know. But yeah, sure, I'll do the first one. So what one song would you say gets you the most hyped for training?
The training?
Yeah.
I really like have you heard of NF?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like his new mixtape that he's done, that one Clouds.
Yeah.
Like that one gets me like I feel like every NF song, because like he starts them like low and they like build and build. Like you just fucking by the end of the song you're like fucking let's go.
Yeah. He even does that with the songs where it's like there's crazy meaning to it, like that one Story. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and just, but that's a different whole song in itself. Like that
Some of
one's
his
crazy.
songs are heavy, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I love it.
The Search. The Search is a good one.
Yeah, I love the
The
Search.
drums come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Michael Chandler walks out to the Search.
Yeah.
UFC. Yeah, like NF gets me like fired up. I might walk out to him next time, but the only thing that's put me off walking out to him is how long it takes to build sometimes. Like by the time I've made the walk, like he won't even be at the building point.
You'll have to just do one night. You'll have to just tell them to play the song, and then like you'll say like 3 minutes later after the song started, I'll be out because that's when
Yeah.
it's building up.
I'll just have to wait for him for the songs to proper get going.
Sometimes you get fighters that'll just sort of wait there and come in when that moment comes in.
Yeah.
So it just come in at that moment. You know what I mean?
Sometimes that does my head in though when I'm watching it, and like the guy just takes
Just
so
get out.
long. Yeah, he takes so long because especially if it's. I remember I went to watch a BKB fight ages ago, and like this guy was waiting for the drop to come in, and the song must have been about 7 minutes long, and he didn't come out until like the last minute, and everyone was just stood there like, oh, fucking hell.
Doesn't matter. The moment's gone now. Like you might have come out at the drop, but we've been waiting here for 6 minutes. You've fucked it.
Everyone was bored by the time he fucking got out.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that everyone's like, everyone wants him to lose by the end of the song. Like you made us wait 7 minutes, you bastard, lose.
That's why I couldn't do that a bit with an NF song. I wouldn't want to keep people waiting too long.
We'll have to search for an NF song that just gets
into it straight away.
Yeah, gets straight away. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
So the next one then, which song or album do you consider your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure.
Oh, you're going from NF to whatever cheesy thing you want.
Spice Girls. Don't know. Like there's a song that like is like a guilty pleasure. Have you played it? You've definitely both. You've probably played GTA 5.
Yeah.
Whenever that fucking Boyzone song came on, that I Want It That Way. Is it Boyzone? whenever that one came on, like me and all my mates were in the game chat, like we just can't help but sing along. So like that's probably one of my guilty pleasure songs that like just those little like corny shit. Like they sometimes like you just know all the words, don't you? Like even though you don't listen to it, you just know all the words.
I like that. It's a good choice. Good choice.
Does that only happen in GTA though, or is that
GTA 5?
Is that like? Do you only get down to that in GTA, or do you come outside of GTA and put your earphones in?
I wouldn't have it on my Spotify playlist, but like if I'm anywhere and it comes on, it's like even like just any like 90s boy band sort of shit like that, like the classic ones that you just know,
like any in your day in pop world.
Yeah, like one of those, like you hear those and you just know the words and you're like, fucking classic, that one.
Yeah. And then you forget about it all forever until it comes on again. Yeah, I know the one.
But he's done that many times as well.
Yeah, except they're not guilty for me. So this one, you might not. So this one's about karaoke. So you might not do karaoke yourself, but if you had to get up and sing one song on karaoke, what would you choose?
I'd probably go back to like one of my guilty pleasure songs, like those little like 90s boy band ones, just because like if I'm on the spot, I need something that I just know the words to without even thinking. It's like there's just a part of your brain that just knows those songs.
Yeah.
It's like it probably like it is Boyzone, isn't it? That sing I Want It That Way. Is it Boyzone? I know the song. Backstreet Boys, yeah. Yeah, I'd go Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way, because for some reason, like probably from the many times I've been playing GTA with my mates and it comes on the radio and we all just sing it. Like I just know it. Like if someone put me on the spot for karaoke, like that is just the song. I just know all the words.
Subconsciously, like you know it all.
Yeah, I just know it all. It's just got a spot in my brain, all the lyrics.
At least we know why you play GTA all so much anyway.
Yeah.
Not even that. Why he puts the same radio station on as well when he's in the
I
car.
know, yeah.
Yeah, it's the classics on there, non-stop pop.
Nice. So the next one we've got then is, which song helps you think and focus?
Think and focus. I think it can depend on like what like I'm feeling at the time. Like the song that I walked out to fight Curtis was like this one called Ridiculous by Work Rate, and I saw a video of Justin Gaethje, like it was like a highlight video of Gaethje just like brutalizing everyone, and like I wanted to walk out to that because like when I heard that, it made me think of that video of Gaethje, and it like kind of got me in like that headspace of like thinking like I want to go out there and I want to perform like him, I want to fucking brutalize. And then like, but now I've been like, one song that's been like getting me like thinking and going is the Central C, Straight Back to It, because he's just talking about like taking an L and getting straight back to it. So like I hear that and it gets me like in the head of like that's what's next for me, is to get get straight back to it. I don't know if that's like kind of what you were asking or not. Like, those are the sort of stuff, but like it just depends like where I'm at with things.
Yeah, it could literally be that. It could be, you know,
however you want to interpret it.
A song comes on like, or just
like a deeper song. Or not, like,
however deep you want to go, we don't mind.
Let me think of like, well, if we go back to NF again, have you heard How Could You Leave Us by NF? Yeah, like that song is heavy. Like you can't not sit there and feel a little bit sad when you listen to that song. Like it is a heavy song. Like that gets me thinking about like just anything. Like it's just that sad song in it and proper heavy.
Yeah, because he like gets into it as well. You know what I mean, he gets emotional on it, so it sort of does put you in that position where you're like, wow. You know what I mean?
When it like you have to like, you can't be in a good mood and listen to that song because you'll just be sad afterwards.
It just bring you down to the level where you're like, okay,
like,
I'm here now.
A bit heavy,
that. So the next one we've got is, what song do you wish you'd never heard?
I wish I'd never heard.
Do you want to give him an example?
An example. I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot now. What song do I wish I'd never heard? Anything by H.
H. It's not like him.
No, he's just annoying. He sounds like he's moaning when he raps, and it's like really confusing, and I don't like him.
Okay. You've reminded me of a song. I was in work, like all the time when I've been work recently. Like I've just had this song stuck in my head, and it's such a shit song, but like, and it's been annoying me because I'd kept like singing it, and then like I think I was annoying other people because it was stuck in my head all the time. Is that my money don't wiggle wiggle? I hate it, but I can't get it out of my head. Like
you nailed it there, though.
Like now that I've sung it to you as well, it's gonna be stuck in my head all of tomorrow.
Already is. It's already in my head. You've just put it in there straight away.
Give it to us. You actually sound like him there, you know.
Oh, good. Well, not good because now it's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Yeah, but that could be your second karaoke song.
I know all the words to that as well somehow. I don't think I've ever even listened to the song. I think I've just seen like a video of it and like it's just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
So you know who it is then? Like,
no.
Does it? It's Louis Frew, innit?
Oh, is it?
The documentary fella. Like,
no. I know who he is, but I didn't know it was him. Like I said, I've literally not heard anything about it. I've just seen people making videos of it.
Yeah. So he was on that. I don't know if you've seen that Chicken Shop Date or whatever that YouTuber does. Yeah. I don't know what her name is. So she was on that. He was on that with her, and then he was telling her about doing his rap on a documentary about rap music years ago, and then that's where it come from. He done it on that, and it just went viral.
Put a beat on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it does my head in. Like I can't. It's gonna be stuck in my head all tomorrow now. I know.
Louis Frew's got bars. Who would have
But
known?
there's people have made different versions of it now. There's someone has somehow made a version of it to sound like "In the End" by Linkin Park.
People
It's
always do like mad edits like that, don't
yeah,
they?
it's nuts. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's quite good because they've got the beat and everything, but it's like at the same time you're listening to it thinking this is just weird.
People make songs out of literally like anything. Like I remember seeing a song of someone had made like a proper song and a proper tune of Will Smith saying, "Get your wife's name out, my wife's name out your mouth," and someone made a proper like bloody DJ track to it and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking
Anything can be a song these days. I always remember seeing like someone had, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was that dad, and it was like some American dad, and he was crying, but it was like a really mad cry, and it went and it went viral. Someone made a song out of that. Someone turned him crying into a song. It's mad.
Well, one of the first ones I seen was Hard Your Kid, Hard Your Wife, that one. Like they made that into a song as well, I think. Or...
Oh, it's crazy.
They've got too much time on their hands.
It's even these people who've got that ear for putting two things together that have no right to be together and them sounding good. Like when someone puts 50 Cent rapping over Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Who even thinks of that? And how does it work? It's wrong. But but it's like I watch them and I'm like, that shouldn't work, but you fair play, I'm kind of impressed.
And then you're like, wow, I forgot that I liked Thomas the Tank Engine.
50 the Tank Engine, yeah.
People
that actually shoots because he's a big motherfucker as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
People never fail to amaze me.
No, definitely not.
So there's another one we had, which was sort of similar, but it's sort of nostalgic in a way. What song or album did you used to love, but now that you look back, you kind of like, what was I thinking? How could I have liked that?
I don't know. Like I used to listen to all sorts of shit when I was younger. Like I used to, like now, I probably couldn't listen to Linkin Park, but like back in the day, like I used to just love Linkin Park. Like I just used to just I have the CD and everything. Like back when people used fucking CDs and shit like that.
Yeah,
like
many years ago.
CD players,
yeah. I'm a CD player and that song. Yeah, probably Linkin Park. Like I just didn't. Like I don't really like that sort of shit no more. Like I used to listen to some like heavy metal and stuff back in the day, and now like I'm all about like rap and like that sort of like I prefer that sort of music. Whereas like like I used to listen to loads of like proper metal stuff.
Yeah. See, one thing I always think is like I'd listen to him. I don't know if you can see me top Eminem.
Yeah.
I'd listen to him from when I was a kid, but now that I look back, I'm like, how the fuck did I manage? How the fuck was I able to listen to Eminem? Given what he was
allowed to listen to Eminem,
yeah.
when you were just a kid as well, and like how bad he was.
Sitting there when I'm like 8, singing along to like cleaning out my closet.
Yeah. I was. Look at the Eminem show, and I just start singing songs afterwards. Like, don't even know what he's saying, and now that I listen, it's like, shit, that was deep. I was listening to that as a kid.
Yeah.
You don't realize like how bad some stuff is like when you were a kid. Like, do you remember like all like the like Dragon Ball Z anime and Pokemon and stuff like that?
Yeah,
like, that's proper like sexual and like a bit noncy and that, and like you don't realize until you watch it now.
Yeah.
Like just watch like a few episodes of like Dragon Ball Z, and you'll definitely 100% see some like noncy behavior in there. Like, and you're like, you never notice like, it when you're a kid.
No, you don't, and you're right though. Like Pokemon, Brock was it the like spiky-haired fella, and it's like he was always chasing the girls and back then you don't think anything of it. Now you look at it thinking, can't really do that. You can't do that. What's going on there? And like you had that the one from Team Rocket or whatever they're called, the girl in Pokemon was like that big fucking thing with the tongue. Like that's a bit sussy. That's suspect. That.
Well, one of the worst ones was Johnny Bravo.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah.
that was literally the whole thing of the series was for him
Him
to.
being a womanizer and getting beat up for it.
But there's an episode on Dragon Ball Z. I can't remember which episode it is, but like basically the guy like offers to trade these like magical Dragon Balls for this girl's knickers. And like back in the day, I was just thought it was funny. But like now I'm like, because the girl's like probably about like I don't know, she must be like about 14 in the cartoon, and it's like an old wrinkly man. And I'm like, now I look back at it, I'm like, that is proper noncy. Like
that was meant for
fucking hell.
kids.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This was
That was on
targeted at
TV
children.
when I was little.
Fucking hell. That's just don't go back and watch anything from your childhood, I think is the message there.
Yeah,
I'll just ruin it for you.
Yeah, ruin it.
Well, that was the last one we had for that segment for you, mate, anyway. So been an absolute pleasure talking to you once again. We can't wait to see you in action on the 24th, and we know you're going to come away with that win. So best of luck, and we'll definitely have you back on in the future.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having us on. I don't think Jay Campbell gave you much choice. he was not letting you get away.
Well, I wonder if he's watching now. He did ask. Surprised he hasn't put anything in relating to the Roy Cropper.
He pestered you two at the event that much while I was in work for this to happen, and then didn't even bother his ass to come on and put a comment on.
Has he not been on?
No.
Terrible Roy.
No.
If you see the terrible Roy.
Yeah. I'll say something to him next time I see him. He say he should have tuned in. He reacted to my story about coming on.
Yeah, he's been reacting to all of ours about it as well. So he's been waiting for it, and then he's probably fell asleep or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thanks. I've seen you wrestle, and guess what? I'm not going anywhere near you because I don't want to get those fucking sweeps. Fuck that.
Of Jay Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Sean.
That was ridiculous.
I need to be there to see the next one of that.
Yeah, we'll set it up, Jay. Sean, you need to do it again. Just do it carefully.
Yeah,
I think Jay's got a really bad back, so
do it under supervision.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thanks very much for joining us, Kyle. And as I say, we'll definitely look to get you back on in the future, mate.
Yes, thanks for having me.
No worries. Take it easy,
mate.
Bye bye. See you later.
Yeah.
Right, everyone. So that was Kyle Jones. That was fun.
It was very fun.
So whoever is watching, again, if you put any comments on Twitch, I apologise. I haven't been able to read them out. I've only been able to check the one platform today. Sorry about that. But anyone who has been watching, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I said earlier, we will be back tomorrow morning speaking to Carl Bomber Booth. So see you tomorrow.